Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We're ready to go on Vodafone Arena. This men's singles fourth round match. Please welcome from France, the 18th seed, Richard Gasquet. And his opponent from Spain, the 7th seed, Robredo. Ladies and gentlemen, can we remind you about flash photography? It is a distraction to the players with the roof closed and the line sign in particular, so could you please ensure that the flash on your camera is switched off? No flash photography, please, ladies and gentlemen, during the match. And also, can we take this opportunity, in case you turned your mobile phone on during that delay in play, please to double check that your mobile phone is switched to off. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Gasquet is making his 4th appearance at the Australian Open. This is the first time he has progressed beyond the first round. He reached the 4th round at Wimbledon in 2005 and at the US Open in 2005 and 2006. A winner last year at Nottingham, Gasquet and Lyon. He progressed here with victories over Filippo Wallandri and Amir Gelik. Please welcome the 18th seed from France, Richard Gasquet. And his opponent is making his 7th appearance at the Australian Open, his best result last year, reaching the 4th round. Two-time quarter-finalist at the French Open in 2003 and 2005. He's also reached the 4th round at the French Open and US Open last year. A winner last year also in Hamburg and Bastard, and a finalist in Barcelona. He progressed here with victories over Ruben Ramirez, Hidalgo and Jurgen Meltzer. Please welcome from Spain, the 7th seed, Robredo. And our umpire for this 4th round men's singles match from Tunisia, Adel Aref. Please make Adel welcome also.
2 minutes. One minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this match will end in the best of 5 sets with 5-set advantage. Gasquet won the toss, elected to serve. Time.
Welcome back then to our final match that we're covering today, and match between Richard Gasquet and Tommy Robredo. Gasquet about to get us underway. Great stuff from Robredo. Return which Gasquet could only flick up on his approach to the net, and down the line Robredo a shot away. not getting hold of that forehand, though, in the same way that he got rid of his backhand winner previously. Slightly mishit that forehand into the net. Chance here for Gasquet to hold serve in this opening game. Big forehand attempted by Gasquet, and it didn't come off. So it's taken to deuce first up. Oh, wonderful touch from Gasquet, gave Robredo the runaround and came up with a forehand volley. Pleasing to see Gasquet looking to come into the net quite a bit. Should be a clash of styles, because you probably won't see Tommy Robredo there too often. It's always nice to see the clash of the baseliner against the net player. And Gasquet holds, taking the deuce once, but does hold serve, and off to a good start here on Vodafone Arena. Big match this between two pretty big players. Tommy Robredo in the top 10 and has been for a while in the ATP rankings, regular top 10 player, tour title winner, and Richard Gasquet, of course, seems like he's been around forever. Turned pro 5 years ago this year, still only 20, turned pro at 15. And played in the French Open at 15. Just seems like he's been around for quite a while and has enjoyed good success. Currently ranked 17. So top match this between two very, very good players, and anticipating a pretty close one. Robredo to serve for the first time at love 1 in this opening set. A nice shot from Gasquet. Wrong-footed Robredo slightly to get the winner.
15.
That's a first ace for Robredo. Big miss hit from Gasquet.
13-15.
First ace and a first double fault now for the Spaniard. And a nice confident finish there, whipping away the forehand to level us up at 1 game all in this first set. That's a terrific pass from Robredo, but in truth, he shouldn't have been given the opportunity. Gasquet very tentative with the forehand volley, and it just gave Robredo the time to whip the forehand pass down the line. Confidently put away by the Spaniard, showing his all-court game. And a big miss from Gasquet.
15-14.
Robredo did well to get that overhead up really high, but still it should have been made by the Frenchman, and he didn't. And these are two breakpoint chances very early on for Tommy Robredo. He's hitting the forehand there, the Spaniard, so one of them goes. And the second break point comes and goes, involved in quite a lengthy exchange there, but Robredo the first to err on the backhand side, and Gasquet gets out of a bit of trouble, at least for the moment, on serve. We're at deuce. Tremendous put away, appreciated by the crowd. Terrific athleticism from Gasquet to get back and put that overhead away. Again, not doing enough with the volley, but the overhead was nice.
First.
Terrific hitting from Robredo. Both players very defensive in their shot selection until that point, but Robredo had had enough and went for the attacking winner down the line and made it.
Advantage, Gasquet.
And overhitting the forehand there, that was slightly surprising. So back at deuce for a third time. stuff from Robredo. Bring up another break point. This game goes back and forth. Oh, the net cord on the way through. Did for Gasquet, and Robredo breaks very early on. The end of a pretty long service game on the part of the Frenchman, but he couldn't hold on. As the Spanish number 7 seed is 2 games to 1 up with the break at the changeover. Tommy Robredo, as I was saying, is one of the top players on the tour. Won 4 singles titles in his career, including 2 last season. The Master Series event in Hamburg on clay, his favoured surface, and also one in Bastad as well, which is one of the tournaments straight after Wimbledon, also on clay. Clay is his primary surface, not surprising with where he's from, but he's gone beyond a lot of Spanish clay quarters in that he started to do well on other surfaces. He's very, very consistent throughout the year, and it reflects in his world ranking of 7. It's very, very difficult to be that highly ranked all year if you can only play on clay. You've got to at least be able to play on hard courts as well, and Robredo's shown he can do that. Very, very solid, consistent performance, Tommy Robredo, and he started this match as well in a very, very good fashion, getting that early break on his 3rd breakpoint opportunity and leading here 2-1. Another overhead missed by Gasquet. He's looking up at the roof, but I don't see why that would be a problem. It's just the fact that Robredo is knocking the ball up very, very high and testing him. Robredo just missing with the backhand down the line. We're going to see lots of that this evening. These two love hitting from the back of the court. Big rallies. I think Robredo just querying a line call slightly earlier on in the rally. With our chair umpire Adel Aref in Tunisia. He was actually just looking at the shot that he played the backhand with. The ball, he think, bounced out before he played it. The crowd making their feelings known. They just want him to get on with it. Second ace for the Spaniard. It's a brilliant put away. Robredo's playing the better tennis at the minute. Ground strokes are a bit more penetrative than Gasquet's. That proven here. But as I say, Robredo's ground strokes are the more penetrating. Gasquet comes up with a very, very vicious backhand return, which set up that easier put away. And that ball's long as well, so Gasquet gets the juice on the Robredo serve.
Advantage Robredo.
Robredo comes through. Leads 3-1, the number 7 seed.
Robredo leads 3-1.
Terrific forehand from Gasquet.
15 love.
Robredo coming up with the passing shot, and Gasquet couldn't come up with the cross-court backhand volley. Robredo wins the longest rally of the match. Gasquet the first to err on the backhand side. Terrific rally. Both in control until this moment when Robredo attacked on the forehand. But a big miss from Robredo. Slightly surprising. I thought he was going to put that away. Better from Gasquet.
14-13.
Oh, brilliant pass. Robredo making up the ground easily.
Juice.
Oh, it's brilliant from Robredo. Wonderful variety of shots culminating in that backhand cross-court drop shot. Brilliantly executed, and he really is moving in for the kill for this second break. Robredo a little bit unlucky with that net cord. Oh, well put away by Gasquet. Nice advance to the net. Feel like it's very important that he holds it. Even though it's early on, he doesn't want a full double breakdown. Another big miss hit from Gasquet.
Juice.
That point all set up for Tommy Robredo by a terrific backhand topspin lob, which forced Gasquet on the defensive. And here is another breakpoint chance for Tommy Robredo. Oh, Robredo missing the pass. Big moment. That was his chance to go double break up. Got to the volley, but just couldn't. Gasquet was covering, but would he have got there? Would he have made the ball? Robredo had made his. Doesn't matter. Robredo put it in the net. Juice. Sails out. Nice tennis from Gasquet approaching the net.
Deuce.
Massive game this. It's been going on now for 9 minutes, this one. Wonderful angle from Robredo. Gasquet couldn't deal with it. Here's another break point. Who's going to take their chance first? Robredo not coming up with it there. Gasquet always on top of that exchange. Now a chance, another one for Gasquet to narrow the gap. And Gasquet does hold eventually. Had to save 2 break points in doing so. Tommy Robredo's lead just stays at the 1 break. He leads by 3 games to 2. Change of line judges taking place right now under this covered Vodafone Arena, as it is, with the roof on because of the changeable weather taking place in Melbourne right at the minute. Tommy Robredo with the advantage. Already started this year pretty well, reaching final in the tournament in Auckland last week. Goes on the same time as the Sydney International. He played in Auckland and reached the final. Beat the same guy in the first round who he beat in the first round here, Ruben Ramirez Hidalgo of Spain in straights. Another win over Andy Murray's conqueror here, Alberto Martin, in the second round. For Robredo beat him in straight sets. Then pushed to 3 sets by Philippe Kohlschreiber, who gave, you may remember, Rafael Nadal such trouble in the second round of this tournament. And in the semis, Robredo beat Agustin Caleri of Argentina in straights before losing in the final, also in straight sets 4-2 to his compatriot, another very, very good Spaniard, David Ferrer. So a good start to the year, continuing really where he left off last time around from the world number 6, ranked 7 here. Tommy Robredo in charge, serving with the break at 3-2. Too much power on the forehand side. Gasquet can't handle that.
15 love.
Not right now, anyway. Robredo's ground strokes far the more penetrating of the pair right at the minute. Another backhand down there, down the line for 30 love. Robredo's backhand letting him down for once. Another long rally between these two.
13-15.
Big ace. His serve definitely the stronger of the two right now. And a third ace and 2 chances now to go 4-2 up. Well put away. And Robredo does lead 4-2. One too many volleys he had to play. Robredo always testing him. Gasquet's a pretty good volleyer, but that ball was hit very hard at his backhand side. A rare miss hit from the Spaniard.
50.
That's a super forehand. Gasquet really moved through the ball very, very sweetly.
13-15.
That's fantastic. It's a wonderful shot from Jankovic. Looked like it was going to pass Williams. But Williams somehow
14-15.
It's a good response from Gasquet. So losing the first point on his serve to reel off the next 3, and it'd be nice for him to actually just get through and hold a service game without having to defend break points or being taken a deuce. Going for a big winner there, though.
14-13.
Big forehand, cross court, or indeed inside out from Gasquet. Wraps up that service game. Crowd appreciate that. And Robredo's break just stays at the 1. Leads 4-3 at the changeover. Full crowd in here on the Vodafone Arena this evening. Pretty full anyway. There's a few seats dotted about, but a few people might have popped out as well for whatever reason. It's pretty full in here. Quality match between two of the stars of the men's tour. Robredo with new balls then at 4-3.
Net for serve. Love.
Oh, terrific pass from Gasquet. Robredo got to it, but no chance of making the volley. Good pressure from Robredo. Gasquet doing well to stay with him.
30-15.
Again, a nice forehand from Robredo. His ground stroke still the more punishing of the two. And 2 points here for 5-3. Terrific return from Gasquet, taking the ball on the rise, controlling it, and right down across the ball. Straight return winner.
Game Robredo. Robredo leads 5-3. Love.
Oh, it's a fantastic backhand down the line from Robredo. I was going to say that Gasquet's ground strokes are getting a bit more penetrative, but I'll hold that view based on that shot. What a hit down the line. It's well played by Gasquet. Did really well with the overhead. Oh, terrific forehand. Robredo left that right side of his court open and Gasquet fully exploited it. So 2 points to stay in this first set and close the gap to 5-4. Gasquet does hold then and narrows the gap, and it'll be Tommy Robredo after the break who comes out to serve for this first set at 5-4. Gasquet's serve definitely the one that's coming under the more pressure. Robredo hasn't really been tested so far, no break points against him, only taken to deuce once. Gasquet coming under pressure virtually every game, which is why that last service game may well be a big encouragement, a big boost for him, because he took it to 15 and played a couple of cracking ground strokes.
Time.
Tommy Robredo then, the number 7 seed from Spain, serving for this first set at 5-4 up. Robredo going for the big forehand and missing out. What a rally to open up this service game. One of the longest of the match.
Lovely.
Oh, terrific stuff from Robredo, always in top on that point. Inside out forehand to win the point. Get back on terms in his service game. It's been rare that he's lost the first point in his service game. Terrific. And there's a fist pump from Tommy Robredo. The backhand down the line was delicious.
13-15.
Gasquet coming up with the volley, but slightly slipping away. Robredo found the backhands. Now just 2 points from taking this opening set. Terrific stuff, not up. Terrific stuff from Richard Gasquet. Appreciated by the crowd. A well-constructed point, always in control of that. And the little half-volley dink to end things with was lovely. Ball called out, overruled, it looked good. I've got sympathy for Robredo. So the naked eye first up, that looked good, but it is the umpire's nearest line to him, so... What a rally! What an unbelievable rally! And Robredo's reaction to winning it is very, very appropriate. Longest rally of the match. And Robredo pulled something right out of the top drawer to set up a first set point. There it is, Tommy Robredo, the number 7 seed, takes the opening set here on Vodafone Arena. He's taken it from Richard Gasquet by 6 games to 4. Look at the first set statistics, 51 minutes, not a quick set. There were a number of Richard Gasquet service games that went near to 10 minutes, 2 or 3 of them in fact. Big thing, Tommy Robredo's amount of winners, 22-11, 2-1. First serve percentage of both of them was excellent, but Robredo was reading the Gasquet first serve really well. So that first serve percentage of 78% is a bit misleading, especially when you see Gasquet didn't hit an ace in the set. Definitely Robredo deserved that. Far more dominant on serve than Gasquet was.
Time. Second set. Gasquet to serve. Fifteen love. $15. $15-13. Late for 7. $15-14. $13-14. Juice. Advantage Gasquet. Juice.
Gasquet doing really well there to step up the pressure. Having a fight really hard on serve again. This is the case in most games, but he's a little bit more consistent now. And that was the problem for him at the beginning of the match, was that he was making a few stupid unforced errors, like that shot there, but he's now making them, and it's making it harder for Robredo to break as a consequence.
Juice.
Doing just about enough with the smash. Robredo guessed where it was, but couldn't get another overhead back in play. And here's a chance for Richard Gasquet to hold serve. He's having to work so hard, though, every time on serve.
Let for serve.
Those Gasquet forehands are just beginning to trouble Robredo a bit more. He's not being able to attack and dominate quite as much as I'm sure he'd like. And Richard Gasquet comes through and holds serve in the opening game of the second set. Robredo unhappy with the line call, I think, early in that game.
120 kilometers per hour second set. 120. You couldn't see the ball. Then go away.
Querying his serve, I think, with the chair umpire, Adel Aref of Tunisia.
The matches sometimes are so close. You can do what's said, you know that.
Fifteen love. Thirteen love.
Comfortable again for Robredo in this service game, as it has been throughout, really. On serve, at least. And he's put Gasquet under extreme pressure virtually every time when the Frenchman's had to serve. That's a terrific return from Gasquet, just improvising a little bit in order to get a slightly different angle that would trouble Robredo a bit more. As you can see, just the technique a little bit different on the backhand, jabbing down on it more than he has been, and it took the ball further away from Robredo. Still making no impression on the Spaniard serve as Richard Gasquet.
1 game all.
And we're 1 game all in the second set.
is
It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Tommy Robredo. Everyone thought he'd try a forehand pass, including Richard Gasquet, and then he just flights up a delicious lob over Gasquet. The Frenchman, not the tallest on the tour at just 5'11", prime for a lob. This is a chance now for Robredo to really take complete control of this fourth round clash. Love 30 on the Gasquet serve.
love 40.
Big chance now for Robredo, love 40. Gasquet in deep trouble, but you've got to say it's been coming every single service game.
Oh. 15-40.
Just missing with the forehand pass. Another terrific rally between these two. Robredo missing
30-40.
the break by a whisker, as we see again on the replay. Not by much, but it was out. He has one more chance. And you hear the reaction from Tommy Robredo. He knows what that means. Robredo leads by 2-1 with a break in the second set. Big moment in this match. Richard Gasquet in big trouble now. A set and a breakdown to Tommy Robredo. See again here, another delightful lob which Gasquet got to, but was arcing back so much that he couldn't control where he was putting the smash. The Spaniard is using that shot to such good effect as Gasquet attacks the net. A lot for Richard Gasquet to ponder. But as I said, it has been coming. That break of serve, he could have easily been broken a second time in that first set. His serve just coming under a great deal of pressure, and he's not relieving any pressure himself by putting Robredo's delivery under anything at all. Robredo able to hold quite easily most of the time. The Spaniard with the advantage then. Going to serve at 2-1 up in this second set. touch from Robredo at the net.
15 love.
Big ace from Robredo, first of this set. Now that he's fourth of the match, Gasquet yet to register one. Robredo just missing with the backhand that time, a rare error.
13-15.
And just missing again there. A couple of misses to that side of the court, and it just gives Richard Gasquet possibly an opening. 30 all, big point here. Delicious, and we got the best angle there, didn't we? The television cameraman, the director picked up the best shot to see that superb pass. And boy, he needed it at 30 all. He'd let Gasquet back into the game, but now has a chance to consolidate the break. And he's done that. Big serve out wide. And Robredo comes through well. That actually was is an equal of as far as he's managed to be tested by Gasquet on serve, and it was from 2 ground stroke errors. Gasquet then serving at 1-3 down. Terrific. Absolutely magnificent backhand. That is sharing terrific rallies, but that was gorgeous. And Robredo is ending up winning most of those sorts of exchanges. Big worry for the Frenchman. That's good coverage at the net. The first volley wasn't really doing enough, but he redeemed himself with the second volley, which is excellent. Just a bit tentative with the first volley. Nothing tentative about that one, though. Excellent. Vicious.
15-30.
That's wild, and
15-14.
Gasquet under real heat right now. 2 more break points for a double Tommy Robredo break of serve, and again you feel that if you can make these, the second set is as good as his. And he has made it. A big miss hit from Gasquet. And Tommy Robredo looking really, really good now for 2 sets to love. Gasquet has just not found a way of halting the momentum and the charge of the Spaniard, whose ground strokes generally are more penetrating, not been troubled on serve to anywhere near the same degree. Gasquet has looked like being broken virtually every single service game. Robredo looks every inch the world number 6 and 7th seed here. He looks a top player and looks like someone who, yes, everyone mentions Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Andy Roddick as the top names to win this men's singles crown, but you've got to give guys like Tommy Robredo a chance as well, because his ranking, his seeding and his current form all suggest that he'll be here deep into the second week. The current state of play suggests Richard Gasquet won't be. Let's see if he can do something about that.
Lot 15.
Too much heat on Robredo's ground stroke still for Gasquet to deal with.
13-15.
It's a fantastic passing shot from Robredo. Running out of superlatives to describe this man's performance today. Absolutely splendid passing shot. Past Gasquet before the Frenchman had even barely got to the service line. Never mind in a position to try and play a volley. Robredo holds then again to 15, again untroubled by his opponent Richard Gasquet, who is, just very unhappy with himself. He's getting thrashed is the word at the minute. Lost the first 6-4, and he's 5-1 down in this second set, all going Tommy Robredo's way. New balls, hopefully to try and come to his aid. He just needs to try and put together a couple of service games, looking ahead perhaps to the third set, where he can just start getting a bit of confidence on holding serve.
Oh! 15 love.
Big return. That second serve was too short.
50 points.
Expertly played shot by Gasquet, took the pace right off it.
30-15.
Just missing with the big forehand. He's having to go for those shots because if he plays any more within himself, Robredo will have him and has been having him. Just missing with that big forehand. Better that time from Gasquet, and a point now to hold.
40-30.
Gasquet does hold serve. Down to 30. It's one of his most comfortable service holds of the match. But Tommy Robredo is still up with the 2 breaks of serve and will come out after this change of ends to serve for the second set at 5-2. Tommy Robredo in charge then. Been telling you about his good start to the year in Auckland and his good form overall. Richard Gasquet's opponent has done well as well. Not particularly well in this match so far, but ranked at 17. I was commenting earlier that it seems like he's been on the tour forever. He's been on the tour 5 years. And he came on at 15 as a qualifier into the French Open. And has gone on since then. 4 singles career titles. He's won Nottingham on the grass there for the last 2 years, and also won titles last year in Gstaad, one of the tournaments that follows Wimbledon, on the clay in Switzerland, and also in Lyon, in his home country. Ranked 17 at the minute, has been as high as 12. She reached in the middle of 2005. very, very successful player, but Tommy Robredo, another successful player, is outdoing him today.
Love. Please.
Missing Gasquet with the attempted pass. Really needed that to go in. He needs a lot of more of these shots to go in. Second set now fast running away from him. Robredo 2 points from taking it. Super hit from Robredo. Brings up 2 set points. Very, very comfortable for the number 7 seed at the minute. He's serenely moving his way towards the quarterfinals. On the verge of 2 sets to love here. And there it is. Gasquet's backhand only finds halfway up the net, and Tommy Robredo of Spain is 2 sets to love up on Richard Gasquet of France. That set was pretty much as comfortable as you like for Robredo. 2 breaks of serve, hardly ever troubled on serve himself, and Richard Gasquet has the proverbial mountain to climb. A quick look at the statistics from that set, just 36 minutes, 15 minutes quicker than the first. And that's because Tommy Robredo was even more dominant than he was earlier on. It's virtually irrelevant that Richard Gasquet is getting a first serve percentage that's higher and very, very good at 69%, because Robredo is returning that first serve with interest. And he's just hitting far more winners than Gasquet is managing at the minute. That lob was wonderful midway through the set. Just watching some of the highlights from it.
Time.
Richard Gasquet then with a lot of work to do. He's going to start things off for us in this 3rd set.
15 love.
A better start from Richard Gasquet.
14 love.
Just needs to get a few service games together where he isn't troubled by Tommy Robredo. And also get his crowd supporters, give them out something to cheer about. They haven't had much. Well, he's got the love service game to start with, and maybe that's the start of something better for him. Gasquet taking that first game and leads 1-love in the third set.
For serve.
Getting a very, very fortunate net cord there. Incredibly fortunate, in fact. Maybe that's the stroke of luck he needs on the Robredo serve to mount a challenge. Took all the pace out of it and meant Robredo couldn't get there.
For serve. $50.
Too good, inside out forehand winner. How many times have we seen that today?
13-50.
Gasquet again with no answer. I doubt many people would have any answers to that kind of shot. Oh, that's terrific. He read the inside out forehand that time. Gasquet came up with an answer.
30.
there's a first break point for Richard Gasquet. It's taken 2 sets, but he's cut the unforced errors out. And he's producing these sorts of backhands. Here is a big chance for him to start to get back in this match. A first break point.
Please.
It's gone long, and Richard Gasquet finally breaks through and breathes new life into this 4th round clash. The Frenchman with his first break of serve in the entire contest. He leads 2-0 in the 3rd set. Benefiting from huge net cords as well. Is this match turning back? Very early, of course, to say that for sure with Robredo 2 sets to love up, but huge slice of luck falling for Richard Gasquet there. Robredo's backhand there landing right on the sideline.
30.
No, the overhead not nearly good enough. Robredo, I think, looking at the baseline judge saying that the ball was out. A point now for Gasquet to consolidate the break. Ball called out. It did look long. Gasquet then hauled back to Juice on serve.
Gasquet.
Richard Gasquet does hold serve. The Frenchman beginning what could be a memorable comeback. He's on top in this third set, leading by 3 games to love.
Time. Fifteen love.
Gasquet definitely has a second win now.
13-15.
Much improved. Spurred on by the break of serve and the advantage he currently enjoys in the third set.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain quiet between first and second serve. Thank you.
Disappointing. Gasquet made up a lot of ground to get there and couldn't quite make the shot, so Tommy Robredo holds serve and gets off the mark in this third set. Gasquet though still leading with the break by 3 games to 1.
15 love.
Terrific hit from Gasquet. The crowd firmly on his side. They want to see more tennis, and that involves Richie Gasquet winning the third set, of course. Definitely playing a lot better now. Just a shame from his point of view that he couldn't produce this level in the first two sets, and particularly in the second set. Oh, that's a fantastic backhand. Slap through it cross court. He's playing so much better.
14-15.
So much better now, Richard Gasquet. And definitely deserving the break advantage he's got. He's just outdoing Robredo in the ground stroke exchanges right now. And there he does hold on to the break again. Leads 4-1 at the changeover.
Gasquet leads for games to win. Time.
Robredo then serving at 1-4 down in his third set, but of course still leading by 2 sets to love. Nice start. First ace of this third set for Robredo, 5th overall. Another good serve. Getting that backhand all wrong though.
13-15.
That's a shame. What a miss. I was about to say that the contest is a lot more even. I think you can definitely say that right now, because Gasquet has raised his level, but that was not a good example of it. Very, very poorly executed forehand volley. Robredo definitely starting to miss more shots than he missed in the first two sets, giving Gasquet openings that he wasn't previously enjoying. But he does hold on, and still just the one break of serve behind. Gasquet now leading by 4 games to 2.
Love 15.
Good authoritative tennis from Gasquet.
13.
Losing the first point, disappointingly. He's done well. Well put away. There's definitely more of an oomph about Gasquet's game at the moment.
14.
More power, and Robredo couldn't deal with it there. Well put away. That was the kind of shot which was working for Robredo in the first 2 sets. Now Gasquet has an answer to it, and he is within a game of taking the 3rd set. He leads 5 games to 2. Which Gasquet has enjoyed a decent start to this year, reaching the quarterfinals in Adelaide, the first event of the year, first week of the year even, where he registered wins over Florian Mayer, who we saw earlier on today losing to Tommy Haas. And the Florian Mayer he beat in the round robin stage of that tournament also registered a win over Anton Savic of Canada for losing in the quarterfinal to Chris Guccione of Australia. And then reached the semi-finals as well in the Sydney International. Last week, wins over Julian Benneteau, Benjamin Becker Paul-Henri Nature in 3 sets before losing to the eventual finalist Carlos Moya in the semis in
Time.
3 sets. So decent start to the year for Gasquet, and he's continued it here, reaching the 4th round and not out of this match yet. Looking good to take the 3rd set. Robredo serving to stay in it at 2-5. Start from the Spaniard.
15 love.
Terrific hit from Robredo. He hasn't lost any of his quality. Gasquet has just raised his a little bit, and it's making for a much better match, obviously. Serving out wide again.
14 love.
Robredo then holding serve there and forcing Gasquet to serve the set out. Gasquet leading 5-3, just still the 1 break of serve, but that will be enough for him to take the set, of course, if he can just hold on here. He's looked much more comfortable on serve in this 3rd set than in the first 2. Robredo not making the same kind of inroads.
No, 15.
That's brilliant from Robredo. Stunning backhand pass down the line.
Love 13.
And Gasquet didn't do enough with the volley. Very tentative, perhaps realising the position he's in. And this is a good chance now for Robredo to get the break of serve back. Love 30 on the Gasquet serve. Unbelievable hitting from Gasquet. Did so well in the middle of that rally to stay in it. Covering tremendous ground. And then came up with an inside-out forehand winner of his own.
30.
Really is battling a lot harder than he did in the first 2 sets. And you wonder why he didn't do it then. Why he wasn't producing this level. It's certainly troubling Robredo far more than what Gasquet managed in the first 2 sets.
13-14.
So they net in the backhand, and here is a break point for Tommy Robredo. Well put away by Gasquet, the second attempt.
Juice.
Good serving out wide. And here is a first set point for Richard Gasquet.
Advantage, Gasquet.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Tommy Robredo on set point down to come up with that and to go for it, demonstrating such confidence. Both players then have had a chance to win the game. Robredo with a chance to break, he missed, and Gasquet with a set point, who will get the next chance. Just missing. And it's because, again, he didn't do enough with his first volley. Gave Robredo the chance to pass, and although Gasquet got there, it was hit so hard at him that he's volleyed the ball out. Creating problems for himself by not attacking with that first volley. And here is another breakpoint chance for Tommy Robredo. Big forehand winner and missing out. So chance goes begging again.
Let for serve.
Just too good from Tommy Robredo again. He has caused Richard Gasquet so many problems with that inside-out forehand today. Gasquet's occasionally managed to put backhands down the line, but more often than not, the ball's just been hit too hard at him. And here is a third breakpoint chance for Tommy Robredo. Brilliant forehand from Gasquet. Dicing with the left sideline as that smile from Tommy Robredo is probably about. Very close, but so accurate, you can say also. Oh, it's brilliant from Gasquet. Bringing up another set point. Fine backhand, wrong-footed Tommy Robredo. And here's a second set point chance for Richard Gasquet.
Let for serve.
Would have been Gasquet's first ace of the match. But as it is, he gets another go to first serve. Into the net, and Richard Gasquet has won the third set. Needed 2 set points to do it, and he had 3 break points against him in that game as Tommy Robredo rallied again. But Gasquet eventually takes that third set by 6 games to 3. Robredo now leads by 2 sets to 1. French fans in the Vodafone Arena crowd very happy with that. This crowd are going to see some more tennis now, as that man Tommy Robredo has lost the third set. Still leads by 2 sets to 1. This set a pretty tight one, 38 minutes. Gasquet, 92% first serves. Unbelievable. But more importantly, 15 winners to Robredo's 10. He just started to strike more winners, particularly on the backhand side. That Gasquet backhand started to really fire. Had some strokes of luck in breaking Robredo early on, but if anything, perhaps deserved that third set. Had to withstand Robredo's fight back in that final game, but he came through it. A couple of gorgeous backhands in that final game, and Gasquet now just 2 sets to 1 behind.
Time. Fourth set. Robredo to serve. Plays are ready, please. Oh! 15 love. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, please remain quiet between first and second serve.
I spoke to the security. They're the one doing the...
14 love.
Robredo looking comfortable enough then in this opening service game of the fourth set. He was broken, remember, in his first service game of the third. It doesn't look like that's going to happen here.
Oh. 14-15.
Robredo then holds the 15 and takes the first game in this fourth set. Robredo getting a bit of luck with the net cord there. In terms of continuing the rally, but Gasquet still netted his forehand and wasn't really hindered by the fact that it hit the net cord. In a bit of trouble, Gasquet. Love 30 on serve at the beginning of the fourth. Just missing there, and Richard Gasquet in danger of being broken here at the beginning of the fourth set. 3 opportunities for Tommy Robredo to do just that. It's not so much Tommy Robredo's raised his level. Gasquet's just missing a couple of shots here that he wasn't doing in the third set. Saves the first break point. That's still possibly 2 more to follow. Save 2 though. It was a good serve down the middle, brought the defensive response, and once the volley wasn't tentative. Break points have come and gone. That's a surprise. This is really well done by Richard Gasquet to win these 4 points in a row and set up the chance to hold. Remember, he was love 40 down on serve. Big chances for Tommy Robredo to break. And Gasquet is fighting hard and has come through well, almost. Just missing Robredo, and Gasquet reeled off 5 points there to hold serve.
1 game all.
And levels it up at 1 game all in the fourth. Robredo finding it much more difficult to shake this Frenchman off now. Albeit he got to love 40 there, he couldn't convert. And they 1 all.
Fifteen love.
Lovely touch from Robredo.
13 love.
Brilliant that he can go from such powerful hitting to playing delicate shots like that so well. Missing Gasquet. It's the right idea though. Right to be more aggressive because he tends to be making them, but just missing out that time. That's a good serve down the middle to close that game out. Another love service game for Tommy Robredo. 2-1 up.
Time.
Again, Gasquet loses the first point on his serve. He doesn't want to get into this sort of pattern too often. That's a good reply. Serve down the middle.
15 holes.
Brilliant passing shot from Tommy Robredo, considering how much ground he had to make up, and Gasquet not able to control the backhand volley. Big chances now again for Tommy Robredo, who's started this fourth set really well. It's almost like that third set was a bit of a blip. As we're returning to the normal pattern here. Robredo holding serve easily, Gasquet under huge pressure to do so. Little net cord there that just worked out in Richard Gasquet's favour. Still one more break point to save. He managed to save 3 in the last game. Needs to save a second here. He's done it again, you know. He saved 2 more. Fight from the Frenchman. He is up against it at the start of this fourth set, coming under pressure on serve, but not broken as yet. Well played by Gasquet. Almost a carbon copy this game of the last one, except that Gasquet was only 2 break points down here rather than 3, and he's reeled off a number of points. Gasquet playing a lot better, choosing his moments to get to the net a lot better, and Robredo becoming a bit frustrated. 2 games all. He's missed 5 break points over those first 2 games. And Richard Gasquet still well in this match. 2 games all in the 4th. Gasquet winning out that time. Definitely much more pace on that forehand. The backhand was pretty good in the first couple of sets, but it's the forehand that's really stepped up over the past set and a bit. Overhitting there a little bit, and gives Robredo a couple of chances to hold serve and move ahead again in this fourth set. Robredo then holding there to 15 and leads by 3 games to 2 as the umpire confirms in this fourth set. But Richard Gasquet well back in this match. This would be nice from his point of view to reassert some authority on serve in this upcoming game, because the last 2 games he's had to save 5 break points, but probably Tommy Robredo's thinking he should be at least 1 break of serve up by now, and it's still going with serve this fourth set. Completely covered here. We've had inclement weather through the afternoon into the evening here in Melbourne, so the Vodafone Arena is covered like the neighbouring Rod Laver Arena is covered, where they're also playing at the moment. Tommy Robredo then. Good year for him. I was saying he reached the final in Auckland. He's also had good progress here. 2 straight sets victories over Ruben Ramirez Hidalgo, his Spanish colleague, in the first round, 4-4 in love, and also a win over Jürgen Meltzer of Austria in the second round, 1-3-3. Third round pushed a bit harder by the good American youngster Sam Querrey. Lost a set there, won 6-4, lost the second on the tiebreak and won the third and the fourth 2-1. So dropped just the 1 set before today. Now he's dropped another, and we'll have to see whether he drops another after that, because Richard Gasquet is definitely on the comeback. Nice touch from Gasquet.
15 love.
That's a terrific passing shot from Tommy Robredo. Gasquet, I think, unhappy with himself and not doing enough with the volley. That's been the cause of most of his problems when he's been at the net. Just didn't do enough with the backhand volley that time. Eventually going for it. Both players hitting the ball so hard, it seems like they're hitting it harder and harder, and they're still maintaining an incredible degree of accuracy from the back of the court. But Gasquet going for the backhand, as well he might, because it's his best wing, but just missing the ball going into the tram line. And maybe an opening here for Tommy Robredo once again. That's a good serve. And a massive point coming up, 30 all. It's another good serve out wide. Gasquet coming up with the goods when he needs it. Super backhand. He tried it a couple of shots ago and lost out, but he made it that time. And Richard Gasquet revitalised by winning that third set. Much, much better campaigner now, and he levels it at 3 games all in the fourth. Tommy Robredo finding it very difficult to shake this Frenchman off. And he did have break points in each of Gasquet's 2 previous service games and didn't take them. So you can't say he hasn't had the chances. 3-all. Great serve to start off with, a real slider out wide. Fantastic forehand from Richard Gasquet. He's improved that area of his game through this match so much. So much more power behind that wing now than there was in the first 2 sets. Again for another big ground stroke and missing out this time, Gasquet.
13-15.
Robredo not getting the kind bounce from the tape there, and Gasquet just putting a bit of pressure on him in his service game for the first time in a little while. 30-all. That's nice from Robredo. Choosing to come to net, breaking it up, and making the volley.
14-13.
Nice from Robredo. His first of the 4th set. And 6th overall. Wraps up that service game after he was perhaps in a little bit of difficulty at 30-all. Not the same kind of difficulty Gasquet's been in this 4th set. But Robredo coming through to hold and leads 4-3, and of course serving first all the time in this 4th set. Could become a good advantage around now. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
Time.
Richard Gasquet then, serving in the fourth set. 3-4 down as we continue to go on serve in this fourth rubber. Gasquet with the advantage of new balls as he serves at 3-4. Robredo doing a magnificent job of staying in the point there, but Gasquet was always the aggressor. Terrific point though, appreciated and applauded quite rightly by the crowd. One of the best points of the match.
15 love.
In no small part due to Robredo's athleticism. That is unbelievable from Tommy Robredo. How did he make that volley? It was hit at him so hard by Richard Gasquet, and he just stuck a racket there and somehow didn't just guess where the ball was going, but managed to control it as well. An ace from Richard Gasquet, his very first of the match. Taken in 3.5 sets, but a good time just to nip that Robredo charge in the bud. 2 chances now for Gasquet to hold serve and level us up again in what's become a very, very tight contest. Double fault though from Gasquet, following his first ace of the match with his first double fault of the match. How about that? Still one more chance though to level at 4-all. Robredo unhappy with that. Very late call. Very, very late call from both the line judge and the umpire. You've got to feel sympathetic for Robredo in that respect. Maybe we'll be able to crank you up a replay of that. Here it is. And it looks like they did get it right. It is the line that is nearest to the umpire, so we tend to go with him. Robredo obviously a little bit disappointed. 4 games all anyway as we approach the business end of this 4th set. And just no breaks of serve yet in the 4th rubber.
Love.
Weak forehand from Robredo.
15.
You have to say that too often in this match. super return from Gasquet, who seems to be stepping his game up as we approach the end of the fourth set. Just trying to put a bit of heat on Robredo. And he's miscued the forehand, and here are two breakpoint opportunities for Richard Gasquet.
15-14.
Now Robredo must be ruining those 5 missed breakpoint chances earlier in the set. Look at his terrible percentage of conversion, 15%. Gasquet with a much better conversion rate. Couldn't have been helped by that. He's lost one of them, but still one more chance for the Frenchman to get that vital break. Called out.
Replay the point. 13-14.
Considered out, but then overruled, and as a result the point has to be replayed. No one seems happy with that.
Please. Let for serve.
Robredo got away with that very, very, very tentative volley. Just thought he had to make the volley, but it gave Gasquet the chance at the pass, and he almost made it. Robredo winning out. These two are hitting such ferocious ground strokes at each other, covering so much ground, and Robredo came out on top that time. But it's far more variable who's winning the points now. Very, very even contest. Robredo fighting hard to stay alive in this service game. Robredo hangs on, holds serve, he's really pleased with that, as he might be. To fight off 2 break points, but it's a key one, isn't it, because he's held and he's 5-4 up, and after this change around, Richard Gasquet will serve to stay in the championship.
Time.
Richard Gasquet then serving to stay in this year's Australian Open men's singles. He's done very, very well to get this far. Can he go a bit further? Gasquet serving 4-5 down. That's a bit long.
No, 15.
Just Just a bit too much power on that forehand. It's been so good. It's improved so much as the match has gone on. He was hitting shots like that in the first set and a half that were sailing long. And there goes another backhand, and is this the beginning of the end? Tommy Robredo's been in this position before in the fourth set. He's missed breakpoint chances. So Gasquet should still believe that he can come back, but the added pressure, of course, that this could be the final game of the match. That's a nice volley from Gasquet. And a snap on the volley. He's hit a few tentative ones today, but he's also hit some excellent volleys. That was one of them. Terrific volley. Gave Robredo no chance of making a return. Gasquet mishits, and Robredo punches his fist and shouts out, "Come on!" Robredo with 2 match points. Long, and Robredo's done it. Look at the reaction. The Spaniard's in the quarterfinals. He's knocked out the number 18 seed Richard Gasquet, the number 7 seed Tommy Robredo of Spain, through to the last 8 here on the Vodafone Arena. Look at his reaction. He's so delighted. He made hard work of that. The fourth set should have been more straightforward, but the key thing for him is that he's through to the quarterfinals. He's won that 6-4, 6-2, 3-6, 6-4.
The Australian Open 2007, Richard Gasquet, ladies and gentlemen.
Tommy Robredo, understandably delighted. He's won a tough tennis match there, as it turned out in the end. You wouldn't have said that on the first 2 sets. Richard Gasquet all at sea, but the Frenchman, to his credit, fought back really, really well. And it was a tight thing there in the end. Gasquet just failing to deal with the pressure. Had to serve to stay in the match, and he's out of this year's Australian Open. That man, however, isn't. He goes on to the quarterfinal. He will play the winner of a match that is going on at the moment on the Rod Laver Arena, which we're also streaming for you live on Betfair. To suggest that you now go and take a look at that if you've got time, as I just, in the last couple of minutes, summarised this match here. 2 hours and 47 minutes it took. Really, really high quality by the end. Tommy Robredo coming out on top. And the key thing you can see there, the amount of winners. Although it did even up by the end, it was pretty tight in that fourth set. Tommy Robredo through then in 4 sets. He'll play the winner of the match, as I say, that we're also streaming for you, showing for you live here on Betfair. It's going on at the moment. Do suggest that you take a look at that now. Match between the number 1 seed, world number 1 and defending Australian Open champion Roger Federer up against the 14th seed Novak Djokovic. That going on at the moment. The winner of that will play Tommy Robredo, who I leave you with, has gone through to the quarterfinals in 4 sets.
Hopefully I can get this more chance and be able to be final in the match. And Tommy, I know the crowd enjoyed the match tonight and enjoyed the entertainment. I'm sure that you enjoyed the support you got here tonight.
Yeah, I said 4 guys over there, they were friends and they were supporting so much Richard. I think that I know the crowd is always amazing. It's so nice to be a tennis player, to be inside one of these schools and with a lot of people supporting not just me, tennis and the sport I shoot when I was young, that I wanted to play and what I think I enjoyed inside the court and lucky the people outside can feel that and they can enjoy as well.
Thank you very much. Tommy Robredo, ladies and gentlemen, into the quarterfinals of the Australian Open for 2007. Just confirming, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Knowles and Daniel Lester against Amar Delic and Marty Fish. That match in progress. Knowles and Lester leading 3-1 in the first set, and that match on its way inside Vodafone Arena, so you are most welcome to stay and enjoy the doubles action. Coming your way shortly.
Bueno, Nacho, estoy aquí con Tommy Robredo. Felicidades ante todo. Un partido al principio muy fácil para ti, se te ha complicado un poco en el tercer set.
Sí, bueno, creo que al principio está jugando muy sólido. Richard, pues yo creo que no veía portería, como diríamos nosotros. Y después en el tercer set yo creo que Richard, bueno, ha visto que el partido estaba muy complicado, ha empezado a pegarle más fuerte, a ser más agresivo. Al acabar el segundo set he visto que yo tenía, no sé, como 15 winners mucho más que él, ¿no? Y al final del partido pues eso se ha igualado mucho. Quiere decir que Richard ha ido a por ella. En el tercer set se me ha escapado el primer saque después de 2 partidos justo al principio y me ha costado después recuperarlo. Y en el cuarto la verdad que iba teniendo chance para ver si le hacía break, no le hacía, a ver si le hacía y al final después de sufrir en el 5-4 sacando, bueno, en el 5 iguales sacando yo, he podido hacer ese juego y después hacerle break y ganar y estar en cuartos de final otra vez en un Grand Slam.
Estás en cuartos de final, el primer español, ahora Djokovic o Federer. No ha terminado ese partido, acaba de empezar. Difícil en cualquier caso cualquiera de los dos rivales.
Sí, está clarísimo que uno cuando está en cuartos de final ya no hay rondas fáciles, ¿no? A mí personalmente me encantaría poder jugar con Roger, ¿no? Creo que sería especial poder jugar contra él y ver realmente a ver si hay chance de ganarle y lucharlo hasta el final y bueno, no sé, hacerlo muy bien en un Grand Slam es algo excepcional, ¿no? Pero encima poder jugar contra Roger e intentar ganarle es algo pues mucho más grande.
Porque estás cada vez más alto en las más rondas, pasas más rondas en los Grand Slam, en los grandes torneos. Es una de las causas por las que has decidido no acudir a la primera eliminatoria de Copa Davis de este año, ¿verdad?
Bueno, no es bien así, ¿no? Desgraciadamente, por suerte el año pasado hice un gran año, acabé muy tarde y bueno, en el mundo del tenis uno prepara el año siguiente pues con anterioridad, ¿no? Y yo pues había firmado unas exhibiciones a final de año para ir a entrenarme, preparar para este año. Al hacer másters no tuve vacaciones, tuve que empalmar con las exhibiciones porque bueno, viendo al público así cuesta decir que no cuando he vendido las entradas y después pues un poco fastidias a la gente, a los fans, a los sponsors. Y digamos que no hice pretemporada, tuve que asistir al máster nacional también y bueno, visto que estoy jugando muy bien y que digamos que el desgaste es mucho mayor, pues mi equipo hemos pensado que lo mejor era tener un break al acabar aquí, que es el único tiempo que tenemos, pues 3 semanas para poder entrenar y desgraciadamente, ya le comunico a Emilio, yo siempre pues he dado todo por la Copa Davis. Me encantaría poder ayudar al equipo en las próximas eliminatorias, pero creo que mi físico ahora mismo es primordial y creo que era más importante el decir no a esta eliminatoria. Me sabe muy mal, pero creo que esto para el futuro, para mí y para después, si puedo aportar algo en el equipo en la siguiente eliminatoria, pues puede ser mucho mejor.
Pues claro que sí, aprovecha el momento y mucha suerte.
Muchas gracias.